Let's move on. You know what else happened on Saturday? A lot of excitement in Buffalo. You know, my sister and my brother-in-law, my nephews live in Buffalo, but I knew this was happening. They're all excited. They love the Buffalo Bills with good reason. Doesn't everybody in Buffalo love the Buffalo Bills? So, did you hear on Saturday they had the what they call the blue and red practice? They opened up their spanking new Highmark Stadium. These diehard fans waited decades to have a shiny new palace for their beloved Bills to play in. They opened the doors for practice. Yes, practice. 52,000 people showed up, 52,000 fans to watch this, to see their beloved Bills in action, in practice. You know, this thing cost $2.2 billion, this facility. So, of course, when they walked into the building, they were expecting, stunning, like a monument, like a palace, right? Like a castle for their knights in shining armor. Well, remember these fans, taxpayer money, I think 2.2 billion was the cost to construct it, but fans paid for taxpayer money was like $850 million made up of that. Taxpayer money. They paid for $850 million of this facility. So they have a say. And we're talking about one of the biggest fan bases in all of sports. Bills fans. Any sport. Bills fans. One of the top 10 fan bases in all of sports. They deserved a palace. They waited long. So what do you think happened? This thing lit up social media on Saturday. Why? Because there were many fans complaining. Okay, they love the concourses. They love the, different things about the facility. There were obstructed views. Season ticket holders, some of these season ticket holders that paid good money had obstructed views. There were like railings blocking some of the field. There were structures blocking part of their view. After many of these season ticket holders were told that they would have unobstructed views. They even asked, they said, listen, if I'm going to put down this kind of money, don't shock me. And when I sit down in my seat for the first time, that my view will be obstructed. And they got guarantees that would not be the case. But what do you think happened? Just the opposite. Not everyone's view was obstructed, but there was enough to create an outburst on social media. People were posting pictures. It was everywhere Saturday. That is what we like to call an optic nightmare. They don't deserve that. I don't know how this was allowed to happen. How do you let railings block views? Don't they, I'm sure they could have hired, people to sit in some seats, every seat, to check out if their view was obstructed. I feel bad for these fans, especially that's a season tickets. I didn't look it up. I'm sorry. You can look it up. How much they cost for this new stadium? I know they raised the price compared to the old stadium. There was also criticism, not only of the obstructive views, but these small screens, the small video screens for this huge, beautiful stadium. The screens were especially small. Hey, we're all spoiled now. We expect big video screens with these new NFL stadiums. These were smaller. So you couple the obstructive views on certain seats, many of them, with they can't even look at the screens to see what they're missing because they're small. We understand they're small. Did I mention it was an optic nightmare? There are positives. You can look those up too. But the Bills have a problem. They're going to have to address this issue. They're going to have to first explain to their fans what happened and how are they going to fix it? What do they intend to do about it? Can they do it this season? Can they fix it this season? My guess is probably not. And I feel for those fans. I really do. I hope the Bills give them something, I don't know, anything to help them out. But the small screens, and most important, the problem, the obstructed views from many, many seats at beautiful Highmark Stadium, worth $2.2 billion, which taxpayers paid $850 million of. Listen, I know that Josh Allen is seen as Superman and he could do no wrong and he can do anything. And he loves the new uniforms, but even Josh Allen can't fix this. And I'm sure he feels bad as well. So that also happened.